you've been hit with a bombshell. Something just happened like that. How do you deal with it? There's so much opportunities of you doing something for yourself, but because people are too lazy, they're just waiting to get help. You're lazy. I know you're not gonna like this, but you're lazy. You're weak. I was like, I don't need you. I actually don't need you. You've taught me a great lesson in that through the adversity, through the circumstances that's happened, through this hardship, through this difficulty, I adapted. How can you live your life just relying on external factors, relying on external people, rely on yourself? No one owes you shit. The world doesn't owe you shit. Your life is like this. You've been born like this. Your life can just be taken like that as well in an instant. There is an aura about you that people can feel. You don't need to say anything. They can feel it through your aura, through your energy, the way you talk. The things that you can control, if you can do that, just those things that you can control, you'll feel good here. So I want to talk about a topic that is quite controversial, but it needs to be said. You see, my friend sent me a message. We were talking about the current situation going on at the moment with the rising costs and everything that's going more expensive. Petrol is going more expensive. Food and everything's getting more expensive. And then he sent me this message saying, weak times create weak men, which is basically the title of this video. And when he said it, I've never heard of it like that. It made me think, it made me go really deep in terms of what that statement actually means. And I really tried to internalize it. And it's going to sound controversial, and a lot of you, probably 99% of you, are going to think that this guy is an idiot. He thinks he's over the top. But I have to tell you the truth and what I feel from here, because it means it's telling me to tell you. It's telling me to share to you. And I hope you can get something from this. But I understand if you're going to get offended, but it has to be said. Look, with the current times that's going at the moment, with things getting more expensive, I'm sure you heard your parents in the background discussing or even arguing about, look, we can't afford this, we can't afford that, or telling you as well to start spending money here and there so we can save. I get that, I understand that, and I think that's the right way to go about it. But there's a big but here. A lot of people are relying on help from the government, right? They think that the government owes them something. No, they don't owe you shit. The government don't owe you shit. And I know this is what this statement's gonna, people are not gonna like this, but I'm gonna tell you why. Let me explain this. Why are you relying on external factors to help you? Why are you relying on someone else to help you? You see, a lot of people these days are thinking that, oh, the government owes me something. The government owes money because everything is getting more expensive. Okay, cool. Everything is getting more expensive. But what are you doing about it? Exactly, what are you doing about it so that you can try and manage the situation? Okay, forget about the saving costs and cutting costs. That's fine. Everyone's doing that. Fine. What are you doing outside of that? What are you doing more? Like, what's the next stage? Because obviously, there's only a certain amount of the savings that you can have. But after that, you need to find another way of making money or learn a new skill. A lot of people are just moaning, saying that, oh, I can't do this. They're complaining, oh, this is getting harder, this is getting harder. But instead of complaining, why don't you put your time and energy into trying to do something, adapt? Okay, maybe let me learn this new skill so I can bring more income, or let me get a better job, or let me try and do something with myself, improve me as an individual to try and go through this difficult period, as opposed to trying to rely on government. You know, there's certain countries in the world, right? Third world countries where the government don't even help the people. They can cut off welfare, they can cut off benefits, they can cut off whatever they want, whenever they want. But it feels like in the UK especially, people feel this entitlement that they should, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. No, you don't deserve shit, man. You gotta go out there in the real world and make something for yourself. You gotta say, okay, this problem that we have right now is a big problem. Okay, everything's getting more expensive. No shit. Everyone's going through it. But I can guarantee you there are some people that instead of complaining, they're thinking about, okay, 5 steps ahead. Okay, now what can I do now, because things are getting more expensive, for me to do something about this and bring more income, for example. This thing about weak times create weak men should be really weak times create weak people as well. Like if there are times that are difficult, and there's going to be many cyclic times where periods are going to be difficult, you have to adapt to those difficult periods. You have to find ways to get through, to endure. If you think that, oh, there's a difficult time happening, but I'm waiting for the government to help me. Oh, I'm waiting for the government to help me. Your life. Listen, no, don't even want to go there. You have no prosper. You will not prosper in life. No chance. Because you're relying on someone else to help you as opposed to relying on yourself. Why don't you put that faith in yourself? that faith, that so-called faith, or that so-called trust, or whatever it is that you put on the government or the external factors, why don't you take that and put it on yourself and say, you know what, I can do this. I'm going to do something for myself and I'm going to try and make this work. There's so much opportunities in this world, man. There's so much opportunities of you doing something for yourself, but because people are too lazy, they're just waiting to get help. You're lazy. I know you're not going to like this, but you're lazy. You're weak. When you get rejected, when things don't go your way, you kind of go in this cyclical kind of mindset of like, oh, I'm not good enough, or everyone's rejecting me, so I'm just someone that's just not going to prosper in life, so that's fine. This is my level and that's okay. Let me tell you a story. I'll share this because I think this could help you a lot. A lot of you have probably gone through this or going through this and you can relate with this. I was in a relationship, right? So I was seeing this girl. This was in 2015, and I was talking to this girl. She was from Germany. And the way we met was through Facebook, like through a mutual friend. So I don't even know if you use Facebook, but we met through there and we started talking. We had like a mutual interest in exercising and the health and fitness, all that kind of stuff. And I just we started talking. And as we started talking, you know how it is at the beginning, you get that chemistry, everything is kind of going well. The conversations are going good, it's flowing, and we'll be talking for long periods of time, man. We'll be talking for long periods of time. We'll be messaging. And obviously, because I was in the UK and she was in Germany, it was obviously a long distance relationship. And this was going for 5 months, about 5-6 months, I would say, right? And, we would talk on the phone. And listen, like when I say we'll talk on the phone, we'll be talking like for 4 hours straight, right? I know back then I had no discipline whatsoever in a way, I guess you can say, but we'll be talking and it was just flowing. It was just flowing. I'm sure you can relate to that, right? When you have that bond with that other person, when things are going like swimmingly well, when things are in sync, like you just feel that connection. Like you feel like everything just seems so rosy, right? Everything in the world just seems so like great because now you have this kind of other person that you're speaking to. You're looking forward to speaking to the other person. We were speaking and we were also like, planning like, okay, me going there to Germany to meet, because obviously this was a long distance relationship, so we need to meet as well. As we were talking, like, listen, man, obviously we'll have arguments here and there, but generally the conversation was great and we always look forward to talking with each other, whether it's through text message or whether it's through calling. And then, so I think this was about like coming near the stages of the 5 month. I get a message from her out of nowhere saying that I don't think this is going to work and we need to stop. And I was like, what? Where's this come from? She just literally said the message, I think this is not going well and this is not going to work and we need to stop. And in my mind, I'm thinking, but hold up, yesterday we had a great talk, we had good conversation, so what's changed? Like I couldn't quite piece the puzzle together, like what's happened? What did I do different? I was the same person that I was. And she just dumped it on me like that. So for me, I just kind of like, whoa, I took it as a bit of a surprise, like, whoa, shit. So what I did, as I normally do, because I'm quite logical, I was like, okay, cool. What exactly is it that you see that's not working? Why have you come to this conclusion without talking with me first before coming to this conclusion? Because I thought this was a relationship. We talk about these things, right? Where is this coming from? Because I have absolutely no clue. So you need to help me understand this. And she said this, no word of a lie. I'm going to tell you, this is what she said. She said, Vidhoosh, I just can't keep up with you. You're too good. And I'm like, what? Like your level is here and my level is here and I can't give you what you want. And I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. Okay, by the way, I did not see myself as that. I saw myself as an equal. I never see myself as I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. I'm not like that. Even if I feel like, if I'm here, I always want to bring everyone up to me, like up with me. I'm not the person to think that I'm better than you. I don't. So for me, even if she felt like that, I was like, okay, I will still bring you up with me because I want you to do well. That's the whole point of a relationship. You help one another to bring each other up. So her reasoning of you're here and I'm here and I can't give you what you want, I was very surprised by that. Because for me, I was thinking like, okay, but hold up. We've been talking all this time. Why are you telling me this now out of nowhere? And even if that's the case, why can't we talk about it, right? And come to a resolution. Find a resolution of how we can make this work. Like I want to, even the fact that I'm saying I'll come to Germany to meet you. I didn't even meet this girl, man. Can you imagine? You're probably laughing, but it's real. I didn't even meet this girl. I wanted to meet this girl. Because for me, it's like, okay, we talk. What's the next stage? Let's meet. And then she dropped the bombshell like that. So then as I was asking her the questions, she wasn't giving me the answers that I thought would be at least something that I can work with. It was like, no, this is not going to work. And she made it perfectly clear. And even though the reasons might be true, in my opinion, I don't think I really didn't see it like that. But even if it was, it hit me hard, man. It was like, whoa. It's like something out of the sudden, like, whoa. So I was like, shit, like, okay. I tried to talk with her. I tried to make it work, and she's still not willing to change. And she's saying, and then she was becoming so cold. She was like, bang, bang, a version that I've never seen before, right? And I think some women do that, or even guys, I guess, where if they want to cut it, they become cold because they're trying to protect their feelings. So by you being cold, you're basically protecting your feelings and at the same time hurting the other person, because it's like the other person hasn't seen you this cold. So when that hit, I was taken aback. And I'm going to tell you how I kind of felt after this, and you'll see how all this correlates to how they all fit together. It took me a while, man. It took me a while to come back from that, because in my mind, I was thinking to myself, like, what the heck did I do wrong? You could say she dumped me, fine. Call it that. She dumped me, fine. And I was like, what did I do as a man to make her do that? Was that good for her to say that I'm just too good for her? And that really messed my mind up, man. Like, there were times where, a lot of the times actually, I wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to focus because my mind was like trying to figure out what the heck did I do wrong. And obviously the hurt that you get from rejection is deep. It hurts here. It's so deep. It's like someone just pierced a knife in your heart. And that hurt takes time. It's so easy for people to say, oh yeah, listen, just ignore it and move forward. And no, you can't, man. Emotions are in play. These things take time to heal. Everyone has different times to heal, of course. So it took me time to just try and get over that. Always thinking like, hey, what did I do wrong? And obviously then you start missing that, right? Because for me, I was like, the conversations were amazing. The conversations that we had were amazing, man. The talks that we had, they were great. It was like, you know how it is, right? When you link, like, when things sync together, like, it flows. Everything flows. Like, she'll laugh at your joke, even though it's to another person it's not funny, but she will find it funny. All that good stuff, man. And I was missing that, of course. 2015. And it took me, I think I would say maybe 3-4 months, maybe even 2-3 months, I don't even know, but around quite a few months for me to try and really kind of get it out of my system and trying to like make sense of everything, because it's just sudden. I wasn't even prepared for it. It was just sudden, right? So I was feeling sorry for myself. I was feeling like down all the time. I was in a negative mindset. I wasn't willing to put the work because my mind was just, I was struggling. And then it got to a stage for me where it was like, it hits you, right? And it hit me and I was like, vidhoosh, you can't live your life like this. You can't keep living your life thinking about what's happened when someone was not even willing to try and meet you halfway, or at least understand or try and make it work. You are putting your thoughts and everything, your energy, into someone that is no longer part of your life, and your life is getting ruined. I have to do something about it. This is the kind of conversations I had in my mind, by the way. So I was thinking to myself, like, I can't do this, right? I can't live my life like this, and I've got to do something for myself. Because in my mind, I was thinking like, oh, she might come back, or we can try and make it work. My emotions was like linked to her, right? Maybe coming back. And it was interesting because when I kind of look back at it, I was like, wow, your life in a way was revolved around her, if that makes sense. Like, you felt that if she was in your life, everything would be better, everything would be great. And that was the biggest mistake that I did. The reason being is my life should not be revolved around everyone else. My life should be revolved around me. It should be around me, not anyone else. I shouldn't put my emotions, my energy, and 100% into someone else. It doesn't work that way. Because if that person is gone, which happened to me, like, you have to now deal with that shit. So then I realized, like, okay, this is what's happening to me. It's like, my emotions is tied to her potentially coming back, potentially hearing from her, or maybe hearing even a message. And I was thinking, like, I'm not going anywhere, man. I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm going 5-10 steps back. I'm not going any steps forward. But regardless of whatever it is, it's the fact that you've been hit with a bombshell. Something just happened like that. How do you deal with it? I dealt it. I messed up how I dealt with it. But it's through that mess that I then started to say to myself, okay, I can't carry on living my life thinking about someone that is no longer part of my life. I need to now start picking myself back up, get the vidhoosh that I know vidhoosh is capable of, the vidhoosh that talks with everyone, the vidhoosh that's energetic, the vidhoosh that's passionate, the vidhoosh that loves to talk with people and just loves life. I need to bring that back again. I need to bring that back again and become the best version that I can be. I need to focus my time again and my mind back on the businesses again. I need to go and give it 110%. I need to do this to maybe even, a part of myself was, this is true actually. I even put even more energy because I was like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove you that you made the biggest mistake in your life by leaving. Because I haven't done anything wrong. I was a man, bro. Like I was a man. I was genuinely like I was a genuine person. I listened, I cared, I was very considerate, passionate, genuine, all those things that, someone would like. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to give this 110%. I'm going to go all in on my business. I'm going to go and I'm going to literally just put all my energy into it. It just became one of the many driving factors of pushing my business, so that even when I was getting rejected, in my back of my mind, I was like, no. I still got to keep going. And so the reason why I'm saying this to you, and I'll tell you what happened after as well. I might as well tell you this before I go on to the next month. The reason why I did this is that in terms of pushing myself is because I wanted to prove to myself that, okay, you know what? I don't need to rely my emotions on you. I don't need to rely my emotions on external factors that I cannot control. You might be in a relationship right now, whether it's a guy or girl, whatever it is, but you cannot control your girlfriend or your boyfriend's mindset, their emotions. They can leave you if they want to. That is not in your control. But what is in your control is you could be the best person that you can be for them, so that you know that when all shit is said and done, you are not going to have any regrets when you go look back at it, because you've done everything that you can as a man. I hope you understand that. And me going all in into the business was to say, you know what, you've made the biggest mistake. And it's interesting. I think after 6-7 months, she messaged me back because she was able to see the things I was doing. She was like, oh wow, amazing. Like, this looks really good. And she messaged me and I was like, yeah, okay. Now you want to come back, yeah? Now you want to come back after you made those reasons. But it was okay. I was angry. Okay, yes, I was still angry because I guess I didn't get the closure, right? I guess you do get angry. You do get emotional when you don't have the closure, because I think that's one of those things. Is like when you don't have closure, it's very difficult to let go, if that makes sense. Like when someone dumps you or when someone rejects you or whatever, and you don't know the actual genuine reason, or you don't have the closure that you need, it's very difficult because you hold on to it here quite daily, quite strongly. So when she did come back, I was like, yeah, I'm doing well now, huh? Now you want to come back, right? I didn't. I was like, I carried on and we talked, because we did still exchange. But then I got to a stage where I was like, I don't need you. I actually don't need you. Because what you've taught me is that you've taught me a great lesson, in that through the adversity, through the circumstances that's happened, through this hardship, through this difficulty, I adapted and I changed, and I became a better version of who vidhoosh can be. You've just made vidhoosh even greater. That's what you did. And now you're regretting it. And now you're regretting thinking, shit, what have I done? By the way, this is not in an arrogant way. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. Not even that. But it's the fact that I was able to go through that difficult ordeal and say, obviously it took me a couple of months to just get over it. But then once I went over it, I was like, okay, this is it. Now we're going full throttle, 100% into the businesses that I was doing anyway. For you, it could be like a university. For you, it could be a 9-to-5 job. For you, it could be to get the grades that you want. For you, it could be to get the next promotion that you want. Whatever it is, you now put your focus on that. You adapt, you change. Now, the reason why I brought that story is because I want to relate that to what's currently happening now. With everything going on with the prices and people complaining, instead of you relying on external factors, so in my case, instead of me relying on that girl, I took the responsibility on myself and I said, I'm going to change me. Vidhoosh is going to change himself. Vidhoosh is going to adapt. Vidhoosh is going to improve, and Vidhoosh is going to come through this difficult period, and he's going to find a way no matter what. So that even if that changes, even if the girl comes back, even if these prices reduces, you are not affected because now you are like well ahead here. You've gone past. This is the true essence of becoming a stronger man. You have to, I said this in my previous video about another video that I made just before, can't remember, maybe someone put it down in the comments, but I said that strong men have to go through difficult periods. Strong men have to be willing to take the challenges and the heartbreaks, getting the rejection, being rejected, going through those hard times and learning more about themselves, man. How can you live your life just relying on external factors, relying on external people? Rely on yourself. Rely on your own emotions. Rely on your own ability. You have ability. You just haven't found it yet. You haven't unlocked it yet. But sometimes for you to unlock those abilities, you have to go through hardships. You have to go through rejection. You have to get dumped. You have to, because it's that will unleash the power that's within. The power that's within you. That's what will unleash it. The struggle, the hurt. But people these days don't want to go through that. People these days want shit just to be given to them. Oh, the government's going to help us. The government's going to do this. My mom's going to be doing this. My dad's going to be doing this. My friend's going to be doing. No. Rely on yourself. Stand up on your own 2 feet. Because then that's going to give you the inner confidence as a man to know that you do not need to rely on anyone, but you can rely on yourself. And when you have that level of confidence, when you have that level of accountability, people will come into your life. People will be attracted to you. They can feel that energy. They can feel that essence. I had to go through that in 2015. I had to go through that heartbreak. I had to go through those, being dumped like that out of nowhere. But for me to understand, because it's easy, you can look at it and be like, oh, it's fine. But when you're in it, as I'm sure you have been, in the emotions, when you really like that person, you really love that girl, etc. And then out of nowhere, something like that happens. It's like someone pierced your heart, man. I'm human as well, man. I'm human. But piercing that heart is good for you. As a man, you need that. Because you have 2 choices. And I've said this before, right? Most men, when they go through these heartbreaks, rejections, they tend to go to drugs, alcohol. It's real shit, real shit, because they can't deal with it. I didn't do that. I've never wasted in my life. I've never been wasted in my life, and I'm going to make a video about that. Put it down in the comments, actually, if you are interested to hear that, why I've never been wasted. There's a story behind that, huge. But I've never drunk, been wasted. I've never smoked. I've never done any drugs. I've taken the other route. The other route, which is facing the truth and dealing with the truth, and then opening myself up to the hurt, and then enduring the hurt, because the hurt is real. There's going to be times where you wake up and you feel happy after rejection, after a loss of a loved one, after getting dumped. There'll be times where you do feel happy, like, oh yeah, I finally feel good today, it's great. But then there'll be the next day where you wake up and you feel like shit, like you feel like again that negativity is back. But that's you enduring the pain, man. That is you. It's a cyclic pain. You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs. You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs. There's a time period for that. There's gonna be like a roller coaster, and you have to endure that, man. As a man, you have to endure that. It's going to be difficult, I understand that. But listen, if you want to be the man, if you want to become the best version of yourself as a man, you have to go through these trials and tribulations. There's no other way around it. If you don't, you're a coward. You're escaping and you're removing yourself from the difficulties of what life is offering you. Because what those difficulties are actually a blessing. People never see it that way. I didn't see it that way. I was like, why is life being this hard to me? Why is it being this hard? Oh, no. There is a blessing when life is being difficult to you, because through that difficulty, if you're able to overcome that, the blessing blossoms, if that makes sense. You actually become better from enduring the difficulty. I had to share this, because right now, with everything going on, people are just, this is another thing I wanted to say, is they're entitled. They're just so entitled to, oh, I expect this to be given to me. I expect this to be, no. No one owes you shit, man. No one owes you shit. The world doesn't owe you shit. Your life is like this. You've been born like this. Your life can just be taken like that as well in an instant. It takes less than a second for your life to go. Life can be cruel just like that. You don't owe, and the world doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't owe you shit. You have to make something of yourself. You have to go out there as a man and endure the difficulties and go through the obstacles and come out as a better man, as a man that can look back and say, you know what? I have improved. I have become another level of a man that people will respect, a man that, girls will be attracted to, women will respect me. Not respect in the sense that you demand respect. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, when you conduct yourself as a man that has gone through challenges, through difficulties, through rejections, there is an aura about you that people can feel. You don't need to say anything. They can feel it through your aura, through your energy, the way you talk. That's a fact. If you feel that you have to buy these materialistic things, these cars, these big mansions to make yourself feel like a man, you are delusional. A woman doesn't raid that, man. A woman doesn't raid those things. Because if you can't even be a man, the true essence of being a man internally, and you think that these materialistic things is going to make you a better man, or make you think that the woman is going to be attracted, you're bringing shallow women into your life. And you're shallow as well. That's the truth. You're shallow because you're not working inside here. You're not working the internal works of who you are, your mind. This is your biggest asset, your mind and time. Work on yourself. Understand who you are. Understand why you're feeling these negative emotions when you are going through struggles. Write things down. This is what I did. This is why I'm sharing these things to you, because I'm not perfect, man. I'm not perfect. I said this to my friend, man, and I said that I do look at my life like it's a movie. Not a movie like an action movie, in a movie where so much shit has happened that you only see these kind of shit happen in movies, where it's very difficult to take in. And I felt like I've lived that life, but I've come out of it as a better man. And I'm so glad that I had to go through this, because now when things like this is happening with the world, the way it is now, things being more expensive, men being not men, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, I'm good. I'm okay. Do you know why? Because I went through the hardships. I've learned how to deal with it. I was open to getting hurt. I was open to getting rejected. And I was open to improving. And when you're open like that, there's only one way, up. You can't go down. Oh, what the heck is this? No word of a lie. This is serious, and this astounds me to this day. When I talk to other people, my friends, and they tell me about things that other guys do, like when they can't deal with things, like they just go to drugs, they go to alcohol, and they mess around with other women, all that stuff. I'm like, wow, this shit is real, man. This shit is real. And it's scary, because if that is how you deal when obstacles come, when challenges come, because you can't deal with it, how are you going to bring up a family? How are you going to start a business? How are you going to be able to work a 9-to-5 job in a stable environment when you are not able to deal with those challenges that come head on? Because you're not willing to face the truth. A lot of people are not willing to face the truth. That's something I've learned. A lot of people are not willing to face the truth. And I'm grateful that in my mind, I'm someone who wants to face the truth and wants to suffer, because I know on the other end, I'm going to be a different person, man. And maybe this is why I'm doing these videos. Maybe I hope that this can help one of you, at least. Me sharing my mind and the way it thinks and the way it is. Maybe it can help you. I really hope it does, because there's nothing better, man. There's no better feeling knowing that there's no better feeling knowing that you've helped someone to see things in a different way, or you've given them that one little boost for them to say, you know what, I'm going to change my life because of this. I'm fine, man. I'm happy with that. Because listen, I am you. I am you. I am just a normal guy just like you, man. I'm not anyone special. I'm nothing special, man. Please don't think I'm this special guy. I'm not. I really am not. I'm just someone that is going through life just like you are. And it's just someone that's gone through experiences and is now sharing it in front of a camera. Oh, man. It's life crazy. Yeah, I just feel that you have to take responsibility for the things that are going through in life, and you have to take your own actions. You have to be proactive and think, okay, this has happened right now. Whatever it is, rising costs, anything, you getting rejected, whatever. How can I take control? Okay, if I do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can then take control and then do this. And now I don't need to worry about my external factors because those things are outside my control, but I can focus on the things that I can control. And 99% of the things you are not going to be able to control. Trust me, you won't be able to. There's too many factors, man. Too many factors. But the things that you can control, if you can do that, just those things that you can control, you'll feel good here. The momentum will start building. And as you start building momentum, you start feeling more confident. And as you start feeling more confident, man, the world is your oyster. I hope you can take something from this. I hope this video helps you, because this started from just a conversation with my friend. And then I thought about it and I said to myself, I need to share this. I hope and I know that a lot of young men that are watching this could take a lot of value from this. And women as well. Maybe in certain aspects that I said, maybe you can take some value as well. But I want you to be able to look at this and be just true to yourself, man. Be true to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, okay, am I happy with my current stage that I'm at? Am I happy with the things that I'm doing at the moment? If not, find a way to fix it. Don't try and hide away from the truth. Don't try and put the problems under the carpet. Problems always have a way of coming back full circle. I've learned that the hard way. Every time I try not to solve a problem, every time I try not to think about it, or I try to think that, oh, it's fine, it will go, it always comes back. The one thing that I want you to take from this video, because I don't know how long this video is, but is to not rely on external factors, not rely on people, rely on yourself, learn, improve, research. If your mental health is, if you're struggling with mental health because you have these negative thoughts, like I had as well, depression, all these things, okay, what can I do? Exercise. What can I do? Go and walk. What can I do? Listen to some music that's going to help my mind clear things. What can I do? Maybe I shouldn't be in this environment. Okay, let me move out. Whatever it is, find a solution. And normally, the solution is actually very easy to find if you just focus on your situation and not worry about anything else. Cut the noise. You will find the answer. I guarantee you. Like I found the answer when I got dumped. So, I want you to know that you have to man up, as they say. Man up. Start taking responsibility. Start doing actions. Start following through. Follow through what you say. Because your word should be your bond. And as you start doing that, you'll start to see the improvements. But until you don't do that, you're still going to be the same person that you are today. Everything starts from zero. When are you going to start? Peace. For you, it could be like a university. For you, it could be a 9-to-5 job. For you, it could be to get the grades that you want. For you, it could be to get the next promotion that you want. Whatever it is, you now put your focus on that. You adapt, you change.